Hi guys, welcome to my channel Beauty and Beyond. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about another new launch from Manish Malhotra, which is the Skin Awakening Concealer. In the last video, I had talked about the Skin Awakening Foundation. So it seems like Manish Malhotra brand is actually widening their beauty category and they're coming up with new products. Coming back to this, it comes in this classic Manish Malhotra packaging with rose gold accents, and the price of this is 850 rupees. You get 7 grams of product. All the informations are printed on the outer packaging itself. Now let's read out what the description of this concealer says. It says that it is a luminous Lumi matte skin blurring concealer in a lightweight super blendable formula that's sweat, humidity and water resistant for long wear, crease proof and full coverage. We have to try all of that out, but let me show you the inner packaging first. It comes in this beautiful luxe packaging. The bottle is transparent and the shade that I am in is warm oat. It is a perfect shade for anyone who has medium skin tone and yellow undertone like me. Let's roll the tutorial of the concealer first and then I'll move on to my review of this concealer. Now that you have seen the application, let me tell you what I like about this and what I don't really like about this. The texture of this is not very thick and also not very thin, so it's somewhere in the middle. It blends in well, but it is a matte concealer, so you need to remember that you have to blend it very quickly. That was the same case with the foundation as well. That was also a matte foundation, and if you did not blend it in very quickly, it would show patches. That is the same with this concealer. If you are not blending it quickly, you will have it settled in your crease. Another thing you need to remember is that sometimes for better coverage, people like to apply the concealer and keep it for some time and then blend it out. Do not do that with this one. It will dry out completely and you will not be able to blend it out. Another thing which you need to keep in mind is that immediately after blending out the concealer, you need to set it up with a loose powder. The one that I use is from Mars. This is their trend setting powder. It's a translucent loose powder. You can use any loose powder that you have, but make sure that you are setting in the concealer very quickly. Don't give it time to dry out. Once you have pulled off all those hacks that I just shared, you will have a flawless concealer like this. You can see my under eyes are looking so beautiful right now. There are no creases, nothing. So if you follow the techniques which I have just mentioned, you can also get this kind of a finish, or else it will crease. I have this concealer on for 5 hours now and you can see there is no creasing at all. But if you see creasing, let me tell you a technique what you can apply. Just take your little finger and just rub off the crease like this, and after that you will see there will be no crease anymore. It matches with my skin tone so well, but unfortunately this concealer only has 6 shades and there are not any darker shade. The darkest shade that they have is more of an olive tan shade. This concealer is of high coverage, but it also looks very natural, so that is a point where this concealer has aced in. I love how it feels on my eyes. It is lightweight. You do not feel that you have concealer on, but it does the job. You see that I do not have I do have dark circles and I have not applied any color corrector underneath, but there is no graying on my under eye. So that is a great thing about this concealer. You do not have to follow a lot of steps to conceal those dark circles. It knows its job and it does it perfectly. So in the category of how this concealer performs, I would give you 9 out of 10. But one thing I would say that people with dry skin might find that this concealer is a bit drying and they might have trouble in blending it out, because this is a very matte concealer and it settles down very quickly. Otherwise, if you're someone who has oily skin, this is great. It keeps your under eyes mattified. Let's try out if this transfers or not. I have this tissue paper with me and I'll just blot it like this. Okay, so there is a little transfer here, but not that much. Now let's try it under my eyes. Okay, under my eyes also it did transfer, and remember that I have set it with a loose powder. Even after that it did transfer a little. Let's check out whether this is waterproof or not. I'm just spraying some water on this concealer. I'll take the tissue paper and I'll just blot it like this. Okay, that is surprising. It did transfer when there was no water, but when I put water on top of it, it did not transfer at all. So I would say this is waterproof. So you can see that the color of the concealer is also intact, so this is actually waterproof. Coming to whether this is crease resistant or not, it actually depends on how you are setting it up. If you are setting it perfectly with a loose powder, then it will not crease, but if you're not setting it properly, it might crease. So there's a 50-50 chance. Also, I've not tried this in the summers because this has just launched, so I only can try it in the winters, and in winters it did not crease, but I cannot say for sure how it will perform in the summers. If you ask me whether I would buy this concealer again or not, I would say yes, because I love the formulation, and just because I have oily skin, I feel that this has worked really well for me. But the most important thing is that this is a great match. The tone match is really nice, so that is why I think I will go for this concealer again. That is it for today's video. I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this concealer. I'll see you next week with another video. Take care till then. Tata.